What up, Lance?
Dude, I had win calls or I have win calls, and I am just gonna print money.
Where you at, boy?
Oh man, dude, look at you. Damn, I just had the chicken. I was talking to
Happy
one of my
Halloween. The Sheik
dude,
is here, the oil Sheik.
dude, I just had my chicken I was holding, and I was FaceTiming one of my girls, one of my chickie babes, and I totally put the chicken back. I should have held the damn chicken over here. Well, no more time. Damn, Jeff, you should go out to the club tonight. You probably get some.
Oh my God. So I went,
You probably, you know what I'm saying?
I got that look. You got to have the cufflinks. You got to look like you're down to cut production. You know, Joe Biden called me and he said, can you guys increase production? I said, so sorry, Sleepy. Not today. Today we cut. Just kidding. But I had
Are you a mean? I can't believe it's the mean gas station owners controlling the price of oil and gas
markets, baby. Well, we have 54 states. We have 54 states that are confused about it. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh yeah, 54 states. 54 states. That's right.
54 states. So I did something interesting this weekend before we get into the markets. Markets were super bullish to close last week. We've got earnings, we've got Fed, we've got a lot to talk about. But check this out. I went to the Live Golf tournament in Doral. Yeah, I went yesterday in Miami, and it was unbelievable, dude. It was like I've been to a lot of golf tournaments in my day. I'm a big golf guy. I've been to majors. I've been to all kinds of normal PGA events. And this was one of the funnest things I've been to, all sports. Like they had music
did
everywhere.
You dress like that, by the way?
No.
Oh, you should have. You should have.
No, I should have. There were people dressed up. They were like, there was some. I saw Super Mario. I saw a couple of girls wearing some of their stuff that they like to wear on Halloween. But it was unbelievable. Lance, so this is the big takeaway. It was like a Donnie Jr. was there, as was like
God.
It was at Trump. It was at Trump. Trump owns the Miami, the Miami course, Doral. So it was like I didn't think that sports and like culture like could interact like that, but it did.
They're making golf like World Wrestling Entertainment.
It was so much fun. If you're not so like put off by that stuff. I mean, I'm a Saudi sheik anyway, so I don't give a shit.
Right. Hold on one second. Let me get my coffee so I get some caffeine in me. I was out drinking all night.
You were out drinking all night. Okay.
I was drinking all night, eating fish tacos and stuff. So I got a little late start. And then I went online and I started looking at all the people like Kim Kardashian dressed up on trophy fish. How do you know I went to trophy fish? Did I say that? I don't even remember.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, so the thing was insane. They had the chain smokers at the end. Chain smokers doing a live set. It was amazing. It was totally
I saw them live at a concert. Roland, you saw me at Trophy Fish with one of my dates? That is too funny. I went and had seafood. I was having some pilsners.
Jim's telling me it was at Doral. Yeah, I know where I was at, Jim. I've played that course many times. I've played the Blue Monster like at least 10 times. I've been in Miami 25 years, so I know
Jeff,
where I was at.
How was the degenerate sports betting as
no good.
Well, as I saw Tom Brady finally kicked Giselle to the curb.
I didn't have a good day. I got quite a few wrong. I think I lost like 70% of the bets, but I was drinking at a golf tournament. When I usually do it, like I'm like working. I have like multiple screens up. I've got my computer.
For your betting?
Yeah, it's work, bro. It's like, yeah. On Sunday.
Do you remember when Pitcher in Pitcher first came out?
Mm-hmm.
I used to have a TV that had Pitcher in Pitcher. I used to think it was the coolest thing ever at the time. Because at the time, this was like a big the big innovation. Like I had I think a Nintendo 64, Pitcher in Pitcher, could watch two things at once. I thought I was like the coolest kid.
Yeah, so I wasn't really into the gambling yesterday. I was much more into, that golf tournament experience. But it was just something I wanted to relay because people are wondering out there, is this live thing going to really compete with the PGA Tour? And I'm here to tell you, yes, very much so. The crowd was a lot younger and cooler too, which was shocking. Like I didn't think golf could get young and cool, but they managed to make it that way. What do I know?
I mean, I'd watch it if celebrities were there. Like I was looking at Kim Kardashian dressed up and all these people.
No, they had all these people there.
Yeah, it was
Dustin
a big
Johnson's
party.
girlfriends, Paulina. They had all these Instagram influencers and stuff. Paulina Gretzky. I don't know if
See,
you know
look
who
at
she
you.
is.
You know the Instagram influencers. These are like the modern day celebrities.
I live in
compared
Miami,
to, like,
dude. Like I go to Publix and they're like next to me buying soy milk and shit. Of course I know who they are. Let's dive into some charts. Let's go. Let's look at some stuff. Let's talk.
All right. We'll talk some shops. You want to pull up the casinos? My favorite degenerate sector.
Let's just talk about this Fed first. Let's preface.
Oh God! Can I mention something?
Yes.
Just so you guys know, me and Jeff are part of this industry, right? The finance guru, whatever you want to call us, right? So we're all
right.
We all have our
financial
own,
publishing.
Yeah, we all have our own schnitt. But I was watching Jim Rickards last night. I got the email about doomsday and all this stuff, and I was like,
yeah,
man, this stuff is so bearish. And it was all about obviously the Fed this week, November 2nd. And I thought to myself, and I went on some shows Friday with some other gurus who were all telling me to buy puts and buy puts. So obviously I bought calls.
Yeah.
And I actually, for the first time, and last week I was a little bit, but now I'm starting to get more. I'm actually getting really bullish. And I think
really bullish.
I think November 2nd, Wednesday, is kind of like, usually when the Fed comes out, the market sells off. I think it's actually going to be the opposite. I'm actually looking for like a big upside rally.
I think it's going to sell off, but I think you buy that sell off and it's going to rally like crazy hard. I think the initial, because they're going to actually, I think that afternoon you should buy it when they do the move. So that's what I'm here to tell you. So they're going to do 75, right? So we're looking at this right now. We're at 3.25. And people were like, well, it's going to be 50. It's going to be 75. It's going to be 75. Listen to the sheik. Okay. I know what's going on. 75 basis points. They already called it. They already told me 75 basis points. They're going to take it to 4. Now, Goldman was out pounding at the end of last week saying it's going to at least 5, which is true because these mother, they want to ruin this whole thing. Right.
Right.
Here's the thing. They're going to do 4. Jay Powell's going to go out and give his speech, pain, doomsday. Last time he did that, the market crashed and stayed crashed for like 2 weeks. I think it crashes again, but I think it rallies massive face-ripping rally either before the close or overnight. So use the opportunity if it's either selling off into it. If there's any, I guess what I'm trying to say to you is if there's any dip, if there's any Fed-induced heavy selling, start buying that shit.
So here's what I think the market's actually going to rally, but let's say it does. I think that's a good strategy. But my big thing, and I know a lot of people, we're not going to get too political.
Look at all these estimates. Everybody's at like they're doing 75. This one idiot. Sorry, I didn't mean.
Right? Yeah, just a donkey. We'll say.
Yeah.
But I really think we're going to see the biggest red wave. Even like the MSNBC and everything, they're all scared. But I think we're going to see such a big red wave that's what the market has been anticipating the past.
You still watch MSNBC? Come on now. You should call your cable provider and be like, give me 25 cents back for that channel.
I actually watched, remember Danny?
I'm kidding.
Danny, whoever was his name. Danny, good hair, good looking guy, older guy. He was actually like a huge red wave is coming. I was like, how did he not get kicked off the network? But the market likes certainty, right? And the polls are biased. The polls lie and everything else, but there is a big red wave anticipating, or the market is anticipating. The market likes that, right? The market likes certainty. So therefore, when there's a clear path and there's certainty in the market can go up. So I think that's a great point.
That's a great point. So let's look at the charts and see what we got, right? Let's look at the S&P first. There's a daily chart on the.
It's a nice move.
That's a nice move, but so you get bullish now. It is 50-50 ball to me. You're going to go back to August highs. You could, but It's 50-50 ball. I would love, and maybe it doesn't happen because I would love it so much. I would love I would love a Fed induced pullback that gets us back down into this like 30, take down like 5%, 3 to 5%. I would love that.
I don't think you'll get there. Maybe
that might be dreaming. That might be dreaming. 2 to 3% would be nice too.
Yeah.
Gives you a little bit of a buffer on the long case for the S&P, which is what we're always looking for. We're looking for a buffer. Now let's look at this NASDAQ for a second here. So, okay, let's talk like your blue sky scenario. Let's say red wave happens. Okay.
Right.
When is the election? It's next November, what, the 8th?
I think November what, 11th?
November 8th, Tuesday, November 8th.
Oh, wow,
right?
it's even sooner.
Yeah, it's always on Tuesday. So we've got November 8th, red wave, right? Let's say it happens. What's the S&P going to trade at? That's not a long time from now. We're talking about 8 days.
200 day.
We're going to get all the way to 40. Yeah, that's not unreasonable. That's 200 points.
And then everyone will get long. Then everyone will
I will be shorting that. I'll be shorting that to let you know. Just how I'm technically trading. I'll be shorting that move because I think the upside is really dampened and limited.
Well, yeah, once you get there, I mean, not only do you have overhead resistance on that prior August high, but then you're going to have everyone all over the networks, everyone, their brother, mother is going to say buy stocks, buy stocks, buy stocks.
That's right.
And they missed the last 200.
There's going to be stocks and sectors, and I got to think tomorrow I'm going to talk about, and those things are going to continue to go. It's going to be good for individual stocks and sectors, but the market as a whole up here, probably a sell if we get to that. Right?
Yeah, I think you're going to see tech lead so in the Qs.
Yeah.
Because they've been beat up, passed around the bush so much. Do
you know this? Do you ever look at this degenerate instrument right here?
Oh,
I was getting a little bit bearish. Everybody's talking Dow. So this is inverse ultra Dow Jones 3 times, right? That's why it's crashing. So it goes, if the Dow's making new highs, this is going lower, right?
Or if the Dow's going sideways, it makes new lows. It makes lows.
It's
too.
A shit instrument. Might be fun to trade for like 48 hours, which is what I try to do, which is what I'm trying to do, like just for shits and giggles over the weekend. But look at the Dow Jones. Look at the Dow Jones. It's like the Dow Jones is an irrelevant index, but
the most boring index ever.
The only reason it's getting relevancy is because it's the best index in the world right now. Look at this thing. So this already made the move that we're hoping that the S&P does for midterm.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
But you know why? You have the big dog energies names.
Well, let's look at it. Let's take a look underneath the hood. What are they holding in this thing?
You have Apple with that huge move Friday. Intel, which I sold calls too early.
This is it. This is the Dow Jones, dude. 11% in UNH. Are you serious? Like this is the biggest.
I actually have some UNH calls. Funny enough,
it's a good company, but is it the biggest, like most important company in the world? Probably not.
You know what it is though? McDonald's. Pull up a chart of McDonald's. You want to see something crazy? Pull up a chart of McDonald's.
All right.
This is one of the best charts you'll see.
Don't you guys just love how I just like
look at
Yeah.
I was on a show last week and the guy was short McDonald's. I said, you're going to get your ass kicked. And because I had a buy signal, up arrows and everything like that. And he kept staying short. And I'm like, you're going to get squeezed in freaking Big Macs. And look at that move. People are fat and happy. People have no money.
This is a recession trade. This is a recession trade. They're going to think the sheik. They're going to think the sheik stops eating lobster and stone crabs. And then I have to go start eating quarter pounders with cheese. Now, I like a good quarter pounder. Don't get me wrong.
After a few,
I will crush a quarter pounder for some hangover lunch or on a road trip with the family. But
dude, you can eat a good meal for you get feed the whole family for $30 rather than going out to a restaurant spending.
But you're slowly killing them. It like you feel so bad, right?
But they like it. They get the freaking Coke, the fries.
Crack in there, man. It's crack food. But look at this stock. Look at this stock. This is what I'm trying to talk to you
Amazing.
About. Look at this. This is an all-time chart. This is an all-timer of Mickey D's. We're going back to back into the 80s, you know? And so look how suspended this thing is over moving average, long-term moving average. This is an example of why you should always have at least one boring stock in your long-term IRA. At least one.
And think about it. People are always going to be fat. people are always going to eat McDonald's. You know what I mean?
I
always think of this too. If the company incorporates, all classes, lower class, middle class, upper class, then it's a winner. Because during bad times, if you have no money, where are you going to eat? McDonald's. You ain't going to go to Culver's or Chick-fil-A. You're going to go to McDonald's and get your 2 McDoubles and chicken nuggets and fries and spend $3-4.
So let's look at some. You wanted to look at which casino stock did you want to look at?
I'm long win calls because Tillman took a stake in the company, like a 6% stake. Yeah, that degenerate gambler.
I like Tillman.
I do too. So I was very happy when I woke up and saw that.
Wow. So it's up here trading in the sky.
Yeah, look at that bid.
Let's get a daily on this thing.
You get after hours or no? Or extended?
No. For options, no.
Or no, on pre-market quotes or anything?
I mean the chart. I mean, like I have a chart here, but not on options. Is what I'm saying.
Okay. But
You wanna see where the options are trading. I don't. They're not going to show up live bid ask.
Oh no worries. I already have some calls in it. I have the weeklies, obviously. You think I'm going to go out in time on a?
Was that the weekend wire?
Yeah. I saw some Melco calls too. I should have bought Melco calls too, but I bought some win, some.
So you take the money and run pretty much right away, right?
Oh yeah. I think Caesars reports this week.
Let's look at that. Let's do what we always do. And
there you go.
I've got the earnings for the week. So we obviously have to talk about AMD, Robinhood, one of your babies.
Yeah, I got like 40 G's in Robinhood. I just needed to.
Caesars is Tuesday.
Yeah.
After the close.
Devin.
We got all the degenerate stocks. We got DraftKings on Friday before the open. Let's go.
Dude, I'm gonna buy. I'll give everyone a free trade. I don't win, lose, or draw. I will be buying DraftKings calls Thursday afternoon. I'll buy like a 20-30 cent option in DraftKings that expires on Friday.
So you're looking at so the stock trade at 1503 this morning pre-market.
I'll probably buy the 16 and a half or 17s. 16
and a halves. So you think the stock, let's do that little Bloomberg.
What's the implied move in it?
Let's look at that. Let's look underneath the hood, see what these guys want to make. This is like my piano. Look how I play this thing like a piano, dude. Look at this thing.
I love it. I don't know how these stocks, that and Penn, aren't going crazy.
DraftKings?
Yeah, Portnoy, all his net worth and Penn, he's losing money. I love these companies.
Why is this Bloomberg not showing me what I need to see? Come on, let's look at it. All right, here we go. So we've got 7.7% is their average. That's what they average, but they're implying in the option 0.09%. There's a 9%.
That makes sense. If I would have said 10% implied move.
Should we look at what the stock does?
Oh God, no. I don't want to see it. I already know it. I already know the answer.
Yeah, but you want to see it. All right, so it did move up almost 10% last time, but it had a 41% upside surprise too. So they beat massive.
Okay, that's good.
That's good. So now now we're in the recession. They're using the recession to their advantage. I think more people are gambling right now. I always think this, but gambling is kind of a recession thing too. It's odd. But like when society starts going like Skid Row, they go full Skid Row. So like they'll take like the $25 they got, and instead of going and buying proper groceries, they'll buy $4 worth of McDonald's shit, $1 menu, and then they'll buy scratch offs with the remaining money.
And then the rest they'll buy alcohol.
Or they'll do like 10 team parlays on DraftKings.
Yes.
And the rest they'll buy alcohol.
and not like Grey Goose vodka. I'm talking like the Russian vodka you buy at the corner store.
Yeah.
No IPAs. They're drinking Busch Light. Milwaukee's best.
Oh, they're drinking Natty Light. Like I'm back at FSU. Natty Light. Cases of Natty, just crushing them. So DraftKings is interesting. You got another stock you want to look at before we go back to the option screen, or
should we look at AMD?
Let's look at AMD. That stock's been tortured.
I know.
I mean, it's come back a little bit, but not really. It's been tortured. But they profit warned. Remember, these guys pre-warned. They pre-warned. So I don't like to play pre-warned stocks because a lot of the juice has already been taken out of the fruit.
Exactly.
And they also tend to do worse than they even warned about. But like, you don't always get paid on the puts. There's a problem, if I'm being very generic.
And I'm sure the puts are jacked up just because the stock's near. It's hard to short these names in the hole too. It really is.
That's also
like,
a fact.
Like I bought some Apple puts for earnings. The stock was down a few bucks after hours.
Yeah.
And then by the time the options open, the stock's at 5%. You know, the calls went to zero. So
that's the problem. That's the problem. So everything's skewing still on an individual stock basis, more bearish. That's what was tremendous about last week. So we still had Amazon go down 18%, 15%, or whatever the heck it was at the open.
But look at Amazon when it opened. It was only down like 11%. You barely got paid in the puts.
Amazon's barely down today with
NASDAQ was down a little over 0.5%.
ARK's down 1%. Yeah. NASDAQ's down about 0.5%. And Amazon's whatever, in line, but not getting tortured again. I think a lot of that I think there's a buy longer term, by the way.
I do too. I just don't know what happened since Bezos left. The stock has just been in shit.
I mean, you know, like you need the guy, right?
But he's busy with Laura Sanchez and her plastic surgery. The new CEO is just a loser.
What about Elon coming in and shit canning everybody at Twitter? Now the Libbies went crazy and they were crying like it was like no fair, you can't do that. But if you're not even taking into account the fact that they're just like, you know, Libby homers, they were pretty terrible at monetizing that platform. They should have been fired a long time ago.
But they were all cushion and their San Francisco headquarters, you know, getting their vegan sandwiches and spending $12 for a latte.
So do you think that's a massive overhang for Tesla? That this guy is going to get more and more like
No, I think actually the world is going to wake up, and you know they all loved Elon when he first came out, right? Because
he's EV, he's green. So this shows you that like green doesn't matter, save the planet doesn't matter. What matters is that you like allow us to, you know, just be propaganda machines.
Apparently, Elon was looking to buy commodities.
So Amazon is all the way back to what? It's only back at 2020 levels. It could go lower. I think the market goes lower. I think the stock can go lower. You should buy a little bit, but not too much here. See, that's how you have have to be flexible as a trader. I think if you're looking at the charts, this stock could trade back into the 50s, 60s, 70s. It spent years at this consolidation level here. We could do that again.
Especially too, if you like to buy and hold stuff like long-term in a retirement account, I always say pepper in. Like, let's say you got $100.
Always.
You know, buy $20, buy $20 or $25. Buy it over time. Maybe you buy some at 100, maybe at 90, maybe at 80, maybe at 105, and then that's it. You know, don't go all in at once. You know, as soon as you don't put your whole $100 in and hope and pray it goes up. Give yourself a cushion.
This stock's a stock can go a lot lower.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't though.
I know, but that's what everyone hopes. Everyone owns this stock. This is another hedge fund hotel. And it's a stock that could, I mean, if you look at the charts, like 2020, it was a $50 stock. I mean, this is all like post split, right?
Yeah.
But think about that. I mean,
and I will say Musk has been a lot more out there, and
but they're making money now. Their PE used to be like 1,000. Now it's 70.
It's not bad. It's not bad. The price of the cars are going up. They're doing more and more cars. They got the Cybertruck upcoming. And then too, you got the Starlink probably going to go public, you know, in the next couple of years.
True.
You want to laugh. I was looking at Bugattis, not to buy, but I was looking at Bugatti. They merged with another company and they just raised $500 million. And they were trying to raise the money in the private market. They did a little bit, but not a lot. So they went to SoftBank, Goldman Sachs. They raised $500 million, and now their valuation is like crazy in Bugatti.
Wow.
They went from, you know, they only make a few, like literally like a dozen or so cars a year. Like they don't make a lot.
Yeah.
And,
it's a thing. It's a status thing.
Status
like
symbol.
A yacht, like a bespoke yacht. Like they don't make a lot of yachts, like super yachts. I mean.
Right. So Bugatti going public out there. We're not going public, but you know, getting big investors out there. I thought it was interesting. But I like Tesla. I think
this is one of your babies here, Hood.
Oh gosh.
Hood was a $9 stock, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, pull up a daily on it. It's actually a nice looking chart.
Right.
It's actually a chart.
It was
If you-
a 7.
if you told
It had
me-
a 7 handle on this thing.
If you told me, if you removed Hood, Robinhood, and you just said, "Hey, Lance, this is a chart," would you buy it? Yeah, I'd be like, it's about to take out the prior 3 swing highs. Like it looks good.
But if you look at Hood since IPO, it's one of the worst IPOs.
Oh God, don't do it. Don't
for
do
investors that like this is a cautionary tale. We have to teach people, right? We're here to teach. We're here to educate. So this is the stock that everyone and your mother was like, I didn't get enough Hood. I didn't get enough Hood. I'm going to buy it post market. So you don't buy it. You don't get the allocation. I think it was in the 20s. We'll look at that in a second. But this stock opened and traded all you can eat.
Same with the cola, same with Beyond Meat, same with
the
all
thing
that.
with Hood, the thing with these kind of IPOs, I used to run like a syndicate trading book for a hedge fund, so I know a little bit about this shit. So these guys, these banks, they try to protect this thing with what's called the green shoe. So like, let's say Goldman is out there issuing the stock. They have the option to buy like a lot more stock at a specified price. So they sit there and they try to defend. They try to defend it, right? And Hood, I'm trying to see the deal. And they try to defend it. But if it breaks that defense, that is the greatest short in history, other than when the lockup expires, which is usually about 6 months. So they also have cornerstone investors that can't sell the stock for 6 months.
Yeah.
And so where was the IPO?
What was the Hood IPO? Was it 17?
So what did they do? So Hood?
I know they IPO'd, everyone basically cashed out. I'm long Hood via stock. No options in it yet. I mean, I do think trading volume and everything else is horrendous right now.
Okay, so these guys,
IPO was 38.
Yeah, $38. So it barely broke above that. Yeah.
Wow, those guys really. That long hair, greasy guy, Vlad, really cashed out. I mean, that guy.
People. So market's looking a little bit down today, a little bit soft. Not going to be massive moves, I don't think, until Wednesday. With the Fed. Tread light, guys. Tread light. We looked at some options. Hood still buying calls more than buying puts, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So this is what this is. Oh, Alex is telling us we're cool mofos. Hell yeah, Alex. I like that. I like that a lot.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you.
Appreciate that. We are we're bumping up against the close here. Do you have any other wisdom? Let me stop the share. Let me put my sunglasses.
People want to know. I see the folks in the chat. They just want to know what's a damn good trade. They don't care about anything else. They don't care about my coffee, nothing. They just want to say, hey, give me a damn good trade. Well,
I mean, oil on dips has been easy. Listen to the shaky, baby. I mean, easiest trade of 2022.
Yeah, listen to him about oil. He's the sheik.
I've been telling you all about this. We're gonna stick it to Joe Biden. We're gonna stick it to Joe Biden this year, and they are sticking it to him. So don't fight the sheiks on the oil price. We want it higher than $100, and don't fight the Fed who wants to create pain. In the meantime, trade the waves.
Yeah, I mean, I like everything now. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm going to be slinging weekly options.
I'm
skewed more
bullish. I'm skewed more bullish on the shit stocks and the stocks that have gotten tortured the worst in the short term. I think the Dow stocks are a little bit fully priced from the long side. I wouldn't be buying McDonald's calls here.
Oh no. I'd be buying like Jeff said. I'd be buying the worst junk out there. DraftKings, Hood. I bought some Goodyear.
Because if we get another torture session, they're going to come after those names that have meat on the bone.
Yes. Look for a squeeze in the beat down sectors. I've been buying casinos, cruise liners, basically everything.
You got to be careful with some casinos. Some casinos have Caesars is a good casino, Wynn's a good casino. Las Vegas Sands has too much Macau exposure, China exposure. China's still freaking crazy, dude. They're locking shit down all the time. The guy's got it so you got to think about the China thing too. Sheik's telling you that. Listen to me.
The cheek doesn't like. I can't say this because I'll probably take.
I think I'm going to dress up like this every day now. I don't know. It just works for me.
Jeff, I was thinking of talking about Musk versus Hillary. There was some news over the weekend, all this stuff, and then I thought they'll probably take us down on YouTube. You know,
dude. We got protection now. We got protection. Our guy,
So
guys,
guys
our guy
are going.
Elon's giving us protection. We're not inciting any violence. We're just trying to make people money.
No.
Hallelujah. You know, the best thing, the best creator of peace. The Sheik will leave you with this last thought. Market's opening. The best thing that creates peace is prosperity. Let's make money, baby. LFG, thank you for joining us every Monday morning. Crush the open at 9 o'clock.
Oh my God.
Tell your friends.
Make sure you like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff too.
Yeah.
I'm closing out my win calls and I'm about to pop some champagne.
And don't let your kids eat shady Halloween candy. Open Skittles. We ain't doing that. We ain't playing that game. LFG.
And if you have any good leftover candy, give it to Lance because I'm hungry.
Take it easy, Lance.
I just closed out some win, baby.
Let's go.
Some Norwegian. I'm printing.